and welcome back to my channel. It's Simply Jessica here today with our Monday DIY. I just want to say I hope everybody had a beautiful holiday and a hectic or fun Black Friday. We are just going to jump right in here. So what I'm going to start with are these splatter screens from the Dollar Tree. You're going to need 3 of these. And also 3 of... I took this off already. So I have 3 of these red and black dish drying mats from the Dollar Tree as well. And that is what we're going to start with here. So what we're going to do with these, it has a handle on it. It does have a screw in the back that we are just going to take off. So we're just going to unscrew the handle here. And just take that right off, so we end up with this. Now we're going to be removing the center here. I already did one because we're going to need 3. I just want everybody to be very careful when doing this, because once you cut this to get it started to be able to pull it off, this here does get sharp and you can cut your fingers. So what I'm going to do is just throw these silicone pink things on my fingers here to help prevent myself from getting cut. But you have to really get a good grip on it up here, and then you'll be able to just pull it right out of there. Probably should have cut it better. Now, see, it does every now and again leave like a little one behind. Just pull that out. So we're just going to yank this right out of the top here. You're probably better off if you had gloves on. There we go. The whole thing, it just comes out of the hole. See how it's like, has a lip here? So it does just come right out of there. Just be careful for 1 or 2 that get left behind. You don't want to stick your finger on it. There we go. And that will just go right in the trash. I do have just my tweezers sitting here. For these couple that do kind of get stuck behind. So then I can just pull them right on out of there. You just want to make sure you get these out, because if you leave them behind, I don't want anybody poking their fingers. So I just look all around, see if there's any stuck in there. Okay, I think we got them, except for this guy right here. There we go. So now they're all out, and you'll just end up with this silver ring left over. And we're going to take our drying mat here, place the ring over top, and we're going to take a pen. And we're just going to trace right along the outside of the ring. Right. When you take it off, we have the outline. You can actually see this a lot better when it's right in front of you, but you can see. So you have the circle. So we're just going to take our scissors and we're just going to cut out this circle here. It's definitely been a long week. I shouldn't say long, it's been a very busy week last week. I am off of work today, so I go back tomorrow. It's everything that I had to do that made the week go by really, really quick. So yep, I'm just going to keep going along, cut around our pen mark until we have the full circle cut out. This is such an easy DIY, guys, but it's so beautiful. Okay, so now you have your circle. I feel like a tag stuck back here. The little plastic piece to the tag is still stuck in here. Okay. So we're going to take our ring, and we're going to have it upside down so that the lip is facing us. And we're going to go down like this, black side up. And we're just going to hot glue all the way around the sides here. And when you're putting this on, so you're going to want to start in a section, you're really going to kind of want to, when you're gluing, yank it. It's okay if it goes over because we can trim that. So we're just going to start in one section here, adding our hot glue, and then just sticking this right on there to start. Now when we're putting it on, I say to pull it a little bit, just because from them being folded at the store, it leaves a little crease. But if you just give them a little tug when you're hot gluing this on, it straightens out. And again, you guys know I am a very big fan of quick and easy DIYs that come out stunning. And this one, I think, is going to be gorgeous. So, and again, so easy, so cheap in price. And it's just going to be one more thing to add to our Christmas decorations. We're just going to keep going all the way alongside of this whole thing. Just getting that glue in there and pulling this in. We're almost done already. See what I mean? So easy and so quick. And this last one here, I'm just gonna maybe even tug it a little bit more than the rest of them and just hold that down there. So this is what you have. this beautiful circle here with the red and the black plaid. And this is where I'm just going to take my scissors and go right along top here, right along the rim. And we're just going to cut off any of that excess fabric that's hanging out there. So just go all the way around the circle, right along the top of the rim here. That way you get rid of all the extra that's hanging over the top. Okay, so there we have it. So there is our circle we're going to be using. You're going to do that 3 times over. So then we have 3. So here's our 3. And the next thing I'm going to do is put them aside, and then I have these letters here. I got J, O, and Y. So we're going to spell joy. These I did get at Walmart for $1.42 a piece, only because I can't find them anywhere else at this moment. I know the Dollar Tree has similar things. They didn't have the letters I needed. Dollar General had them for $1, but they also didn't have the letters that I needed. So I did pick these up at Walmart for $1.42 a piece. So we're just going to rip off the backs here, and we're going to paint the front of these with this antique parchment acrylic paint from Walmart. And these are 50-something cents. So we're just going to rip those right off of there. And we are just going to paint. I didn't bring my little dish over, so we're just going to go right on top. We're going to paint these letters. With that parchment. What was that, did I say? Antique parchment. I love this color. So we're just going to paint these letters. Let them dry. See already? Just love it. You don't have to worry about painting the back because we are not going to see that. But you're going to want to get around the sides. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to. So there we started, but I am going to do around the sides of it just so it's colored on all sides. The only part you're not going to see is the back. So I am just going to finish painting these 3 letters and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're all painted and we are ready to go. So the silly part is I know that I bought 2 packs of these. They come in 2. So these nice red velvet bows. I can't find the other one at the moment. So mine will only have 2 bows on it instead of 3. But that's okay. I will find them and add the bow. So what we're going to do is take our bow off the packaging, and it has this red twisty tie here to hold it on. I'm just going to take that right off of there. I'm going to find which way I want this to sit. And we are just going to glue our bow on the top. But first I want to add a little bit of this greenery here. This one just said frosted greenery. Got it from the Dollar Tree. So I just want to find where our bow is going to be. I just want to add the frosted greenery just like that. So then that is what your top will look like. So that's what we're going to do. Actually, bow is probably going to go on first here. So we're just going to add some hot glue to the top and stick our bow right on there. Just like that. A little bit raised off the top here. And then we're just going to go in with our greenery here. So I'm just going to add some hot glue to the stem, lift up the bow, and just glue that right down there. Just like that. And the same thing on the other side. And there we go. And we're just going to take our letter and we're going to place it on there just like that. So we're just going to try to find the center here, right under the bow. We're going to go with it. Okay, so just some hot glue all over the back of this. Flip it over. I'm just going to judge this by my eyes here, and right down we go. Okay, so then we have our J. And I think I'm only going to do the greenery on the very top one. I'm not going to do it on the other two. I'm just going to add the bow. I'm so sad that I can't find my other bows, but that's okay. I will come across it and I will get us another one. All right, same thing, some hot glue here on the top, just like that. And then right down with our bow. I'm going to take our O here and just hot glue all down the sides. All right, eyeballing it here. And down we go. So I think I'm just going to leave it just like this. I'm not sure though. So if you see me change it at the end, you know why. So I'm just not sure if this will be too much on all of them or maybe just enough. So this one here, I'm just going to only be able to put the Y on. So it looks like, yep, I'm only going to be able to put the Y on this guy. Only because we are missing the last bow, but that's okay. Very easily fixed. So we are just going to add our hot glue, just like the others, all over the back of our letter. Flip that over, and right down we go. Just like this. So you have all of your letters here. I think I'm going to actually connect them with one of these silver tinsel, like, well, I call twisty ties. I'm sure they're called something else, but that's what I'm going to connect them with. I'm just going, I don't know how far I want them to hang. I'm just going to judge it here. All right. So what you can actually do is just cut this in half. Like so. And then we are we're just going to hot glue it on the back here. Sorry, we're going to glue it like this, and then we're going to add our second letter here, which is going to really be kind of tricky to get on camera unless you go real high up, but that's okay. So we're just going to come back here, find our center, and just glue on, yep, our piece. Just like that. Or not, because it came off. So I guess I took it off too soon. A little more back here. That was my fault. Okay, now we have it back. So when your J is up here, you're going to want to connect your O. I'm not going to leave a ton of space. I would say like a little over an inch or so of space, as you can see in between. I mean, you guys could do it however you want. You can make them closer, you can make them longer. I am going to prefer to do it like this. I'm going to connect these together, and I'm going to add the Y, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so there it is, done and hanging. I know the camera is in the wrong direction, but it was like really the only way for me to get a really good shot of this. So what I did decide to do was, you see I used the longer pieces at the top here of the greenery, and then I just down here used 2 smaller. So you can see there's 2 on each stem. So I just took 1 off, put it on 2. So I just used 2 smaller ones. And then I did the same down here. And again, please use your imagination with the bow there, since I can't find it. But I have to go get another one. Let that focus better for you. But there you go. I could try to turn you around here. It's about as good as it gets. That's why I have it this way. Sorry for all the movement. Makes it much easier to see. But again, you guys saw this was super easy, super cute. I absolutely love it. So it is, again, camera quality or lighting in here that doesn't show the red and black as well. Kind of does give off an orange tint, but it is that dark red and black print here. And I just think that came out absolutely stunning. I just used another one of these here and cut it, and then I glued it back here to hang it. So that is what we came up with, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Till next time, bye now.